extra time. All right, thanks everybody for showing up. So my name is Brian Walsh, if you don't know. I'd like to offer you a job, okay? The benefits include 1 in 4 chance of getting cancer, okay? Amount of rusty garbage in your backyard, and wait for it, $1 a day salary. Sound interesting? Maybe not, even in this economy.
I'm intrigued.
Okay, well, if not, unfortunately, people in the Aran River in Taiwan don't have that choice. Their only job prospects are to process electronic waste that's imported from North America. So, how about I offer you another job? How do we eliminate that type of work? Well, we can do that by volunteering at a place called Freegie in Southeast that handles recycling and repurposing electronic waste. So first of all, I want to tell you what electronic waste is and why it's bad, okay? Well, first of all, electronic waste is anything that could be like a computer, a monitor, faxes, telephones, anything like that that is no longer of use to either businesses or for home use. So electronic waste, about 50 to 80% of that electronic waste is shipped from North America to either Asia or Africa. To third world countries predominantly. So, and according to Science News Daily, waste is bound to jump by 200% and by 2020. So really, why this is so scary is because the conditions for workers are both dangerous because of conditions. Obviously, you know, they have a lot of rusty garbage, rusty metal. They have to handle hazardous materials, like for instance, like if you were to take apart a monitor, I'm not sure if you ever do that. I had to actually learn how to do that, and in the textbook it says, don't ever take apart a monitor because if you do, it could explode. Like it'll blow up. And unfortunately, they have kids that are like 3 years old taking like wrenches and like taking apart these monitors, which can explode and like they can leak out chemicals. So it's bad news. So a quote, to kind of give you an idea of how dangerous it is, from iNews India says that long-term exposure to deadly component chemicals and metals like lead, cadmium, chromium, mercury, and polyvinyl chlorides can severely damage the nervous system, kidney, and bone, and the repository system. So it can lead to cancer, like I said. So, and also it's environmentally bad because of all these chemicals leak into the water table. An example of that, in the Ernst River in Taiwan, a fish, once it gets into the river, only has 2 minutes to live, and then it dies. So it's pretty hazardous. So basically, now that we understand that electronic waste is harmful both to people who deal with it and also the environment, what can we do to eliminate it? Well, that's where FreeGeek comes in. So what we can do, we can start to volunteer at a program that's called the Build Program that allows us to receive computers from businesses, like actually the City of Portland is one of those businesses. They handle, once they receive parts, they receive a computer, they take, you find out how old that computer is by taking it apart, looking at the components you can reuse, and then from there you sort it into different bins. And then they take those bins and they bring it to this build facility, which allows you to take apart, to take those components and then rebuild systems that are of value again. So what you can do with the build program, once you learn how to take apart machines, you then are able to go to the build program, which allows you to take all those parts, put them together, and then install a system called Linux, which is actually built for making older machines faster or as fast as modern machines. So like if you were to buy a Dell, oftentimes those new Dells are just as fast as an older machine running a more efficient system like Linux. So it's a really valuable tool to use. So so basically when you go to the build program, you get to learn how to take apart machines, put them back together. You get a lot of different machines, and then you also get to learn how to install a new operating system. Well, that's important is because it is the building blocks of a computer technician, which salary.com says it's approximately $40,000 a year job to learn those types of skills, so it's valuable. And also, if that isn't enough, once you build 5 computers at FreeGeek, your 6th computer that you build is free. So it's actually a pretty cool program. Also, when you build those machines can be are built for nonprofits and schools. So it's a really cool program. It's kind of like a 2-for-1 type of thing. So if you're interested, please go to freegeek.org or call 503-232-9350. Thanks, guys. Cool.
Can we ask a question?
Yes, definitely.
What's your relationship to
FreeGeek?
Yeah.
I have worked there in the past when I was